Hello and welcome to another edition of MassCAC Student Athlete Spotlight, where each week I got to highlight an amazing student athlete from around the conference. My name's Emily Liu, a MassCAC Assistant Commissioner, and speaking with me today is Kevin McBirney of Bridgewater State Cross Country and Track and Field. Thanks so much for being here today, Kevin.
Thank you for having me.
All right, what inspired you to run cross country and track and field?
I think there was a lot of people that kind of inspired me, but the person that most inspired me was probably my brother, I would say. He did high school, he did track in high school, and he found some pretty good success in it. He did spring track only, and by the time I got to high school, he kind of encouraged me to try out for spring track, and I did, and I was really terrible at it. I didn't enjoy it. I thought I was gonna quit, but he encouraged me to do it the next year, and I did it, and I got a little bit better. And then the next year, I got a little bit better after that, and then so on and so forth. And same thing happened with cross country too. He did cross country for 1 year, I believe it was. He encouraged me to do that, and then it kind of just took off from there. I was a lot at that time. I was a lot better at cross country than I was at track, which isn't the case now. But I'd have to give a lot of credit to him, I'd say.
I would say you're pretty good at cross country too. And we'll talk about that more later. But did
Thank
you
you.
did you play any other sports growing up or in
I
high
I
school?
did. It was in my house. It was football, baseball, and basketball all year round. So I didn't know what track was, honestly. All I knew was that you ran around an oval. I didn't know much else other than that though. It was an entirely new thing for me.
All right. Well, do you want to give your brother a shout out? So say thank you.
I would thank you, Michael McBirney, for getting me here. You started it, and I wouldn't be here if he hadn't encouraged me to go out and try this new sport.
Oh, that's so awesome. All right. So you're from East Bridgewater, which you go to Bridgewater State, so it's not too far away. So what made you want to stay so close to home?
Um, I like the fact that it was obviously close to home, and that I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, I guess. I didn't even think I was going to run. I didn't think I was going to really stay in school, maybe. I was going to maybe try it out for 1 year and kind of see how it went. I think I made the decision to run with 2 weeks left in August of my freshman year. So I got a really late start. And like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So it was just kind of like a safe option for me to get a degree and just kind of get out and see what I wanted to do with my life. But I kept at it. I met some really good friends. I met some really great people that turned into teammates, and I have some really good coaches that pushed me to where I wanted to go and where I want to be. And I think there's no such thing as a perfect situation, but I think I'm the closest that I can be to kind of just a perfect situation for me.
Wonderful. Bridgewater is very lucky to have you. So, and
Thank
now
you.
we'll talk about why, because I'm so glad you did not give up on track and field and cross country because of what you're going to hear next, which you already know. You have had an extensive, successful career with Bridgewater State. You are our MassCAC men's cross country individual champion back in November, also runner of the year. And as of right now, you've won 12 MassCAC individual titles across indoor and outdoor, which is fantastic. Obviously, cross country and track and field tend to be, you do have individual success and team success, but what do accolades like what I just said, what does that mean to you?
Um, they're good. I really I think this is kind of a sport where you can be a little bit selfish. I think a lot of other sports, football, baseball, basketball, um, at the beginning of the season, you kind of come together, and you usually have one common team goal. You have that in track and cross country, but you also get the luxury and the benefit of being like, this is kind of what I want to do as well. So they're great. So you have teammates and you have coaches that get you to where you want to be, and then when you get on the track, it's up to you to perform. And then once you perform, those things like those accolades are pretty quite satisfying when you accomplish what you want to accomplish. But I think what a lot of other people don't understand is that it kind of goes both ways, because it's the same thing when you lose as well. that's on you if you lose. You know, the teammates and the different people and the coaches, they can get you there, but if you don't perform on the track, that's on you. It's not like another sport where it's like you can point to this player or you can point to this play, this situation and kind of put the blame on that as to why you lost. If you lose, it's on you. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there.
Yep, no, that's a perfect way to describe it. So, before we switch into your academic career, talk about a favorite memory or memories that you have of your athletic career.
I'd say one of them was indoor conference my freshman year at Wheaton. Um, in cross country, I was pretty upset that I lost. I came in fourth in cross country that year. I was pretty upset that I lost. I didn't really take the training as seriously as I should have taken it, and I lost. And I was really upset that I lost. It really got under my skin that I lost because I didn't think I should have lost, but I ended up losing. And I just kind of was just like, this isn't going to happen again. And I just kind of had that mindset, and it was kind of like it was for me. It was kind of like a prove it meet, like prove that you can win, and prove that you should be here. And so that was a really good day for me. And also another one I would probably say was this past fall in cross country in November. I think I speak for all of us when I say the 2023 season didn't really go as planned, and it didn't go as what we wanted it to be. And we kind of just came together in the summertime, and we set out with that common goal, and we said what we were gonna do. And by the meet came around, we had a great roster, a really deep roster, really great guys, and we all came in and 1 through 13, we all took care of business, and we won the meet. And it was my first time winning with all of them, so it was really nice. And it was like I said, it was a really good day. It was a really good day for all of us.
All right. So, you're studying business management. What are some of your short-term goals and then maybe some of your more long-term goals?
So my short-term goal for now is just to graduate with an undergrad degree and to just see where that maybe takes me. But my long-term goal is I think it's kind of, I think a lot of people can kind of find themselves in this position, just kind of figuring out exactly what you want to do. You don't want to be miserable by 35, 40 years old because you picked the wrong thing to do. So it's for me anyways, it's difficult to figure out exactly what you love doing and what you love waking up to go do and be excited and grow at it and everything like that. So that's the challenging part for me. But once I figure that out, I'm gonna work really, really hard at it, and I'm gonna strive to be really, really good at it.
Well, you know what? You might not have specific goals, but you have a great mindset going into those goals, and
Thank you.
I can definitely appreciate that. All right, so there are many different perceptions of being a Division III student athlete. If someone you knew was considering it, what would you tell them about your experience?
Well, first off, it's obviously the student comes first, obviously. Um, it's a Division 3 is a really good place to if you're like me, just kind of want to get the degree as kind of as quickly as you can and just kind of move on a little bit, I guess, with what you're trying to do. Um, but also you got to make sure you stay on top of all that work, especially as a freshman. You come in, new people, new place, new classes, new everything. So it's really easy to fall behind. So you got to make sure you're staying on top of all that stuff because it's very hard to come back if you're not on top of all that stuff. And for the athlete part, I think just from my point of view, would be don't knock it. Don't knock Division 3. Don't knock a state school like Bridgewater State and like all the other state schools. Um, I think what I learned is that a lot of different people think you got to go here or you got to go there to do something really good or to do something that you want to accomplish, but that's not really the reality of it unless you have a scholarship to like a Power 5 school or something like that. I think a lot of these schools are relatively the same. I think a lot of they have different perks of what they can offer you and what they can cater towards you, but I think they're relatively the same. I think I can only speak for Bridgewater Track. I mean, we're able to hang up there with some really, really good schools in Division 3, Division 2, and Division 1. So it's not something you should be taking lightly. Like we can compete up there with a lot of good schools. So I think at the end of the day, it's what you make of it. It's the experience is going to be what you do with it.
That is a beautifully said PSA for Division Three. I love it. And you're
Thank you.
exactly right, on all accounts. So, all right, Kevin, let's get to know you on kind of a silly side, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Okay. First question. Are you a Dunkin' guy or a Starbucks guy?
Duncan guy, definitely.
What's your go-to order?
Um, 2 egg and cheese on a plain bagel. I'll do 2 double chocolate donuts or 1 double chocolate and 1 strawberry frosted and a coffee of some sort.
Is that one like order or is that
That
just
is, yeah, that's one order. That's not what I get every time, but if I'm looking for like if I'm hungry for breakfast, that's what I'm going to.
wow, okay. That is, yeah, that's probably the biggest order I've ever had when asking that question, but I love it. And
I don't know where it goes, but I don't put it on me.
you definitely do not. Yeah. All right. Indoor or outdoor running?
I'd have to go indoor running. Just outdoor, I don't know, there's too many elements in outdoor. You gotta, if you want to run, I feel like if you want to run a good race, you gotta kind of get like the perfect day. And that's really hard to do in March and April and even sometimes May. So I'd probably have to go indoor.
Yeah, the wind, whether it's positive or negative, rain, sometimes
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can totally get that. All right. Favorite brand of running shoe?
Favorite brand of running shoe? New Balance. I'd go New Balance.
Shout out Boston Company. Whoop, whoop. Uh, yes, but New Balance, they're a good one. I like them too.
Yes.
All
They're
right.
all good, but I'd probably say New Balance is the best.
Okay. What do you use for track?
For spikes,
Yeah.
Nike Dragonflies.
Ooh, okay. All right. Explains it's got the word fly in it, so explains why you're so fast. Okay. Makes sense. All right. If you could have lunch with anyone, who would it be and why?
Hmm. Um, I'd have it'd be between Michael Jordan or Tom Brady, and I'd probably have to go Tom Brady just because he played in New England. Um, I'd have lunch with him because just to kind of pick at him and just kind of be like, what's it take to win? I guess what are all the things you got to do to win, and um, how did you become so great? Because we all know he's not the best athlete in the world. He's not the most ripped. He's not the fastest or anything like that. So it's really kind of interesting how he became so great, and it was kind of just a lot of stuff because on the inside was mostly because of it, and just kind of um, just kind of pick at him because of that, because it's definitely tougher when you don't have those physical intangibles that to be great at something.
For sure. All right. Last one. Bridgewater State, red or white? There's no wrong
Red.
answer. Don't worry.
Red. There's too much white going around nowadays. Everyone makes their uniforms white, and everyone makes their colors white now, and I don't really like it that much. So red.
Too hard to clean. White's way too hard to clean.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And you're the only school in our conference with red. So it's like
Yes.
you gotta stand out that way. So, all right. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for chatting with me today and good luck next Sunday at our indoor track and field championship.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And stay tuned next week for another edition of MassCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.